Hello Blissful Bodies! Is anyone suffering from the sharp heel pain of plantar fasciitis? I've experienced this terrible pain myself and would like to help you be on the road to fixing it right now. I'm Karen Gottlieb with Blissful Body Journey, and I'm here with you to find balance and bliss within our own bodies. Today we'll explore 6 gentle yet effective movements that my clients and myself use daily for foot pain relief. Whether you're experiencing morning pain or all-day discomfort, I'll show you modifications that work for your body. These exercises are also amazing for your feet regardless if you're suffering or not, and will definitely keep your feet feeling blissful. So the first thing we're gonna do for our foot pain is we're gonna stretch our lower back actually, because a lot of times when we have joint pain going down somewhere low, something else higher up is getting constricted and causing part of the foot pain. So we're gonna stretch the lower back and also help the knee joints here get lubricated. So we're gonna grab your door frame, or you could use the kitchen counter, hold on, anything you can hold on to. You can sometimes, use whatever you can. We're gonna inhale to sit down. You're gonna bring your heels to your glutes, right? And this is gonna stretch the lower back out. And the first time we do it, we're just gonna breathe into the back. Inhale and exhale. And try to focus on breathing into your back ribs here and opening them like an accordion as you breathe in, really stretching out the back with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Really sit the heels, to the glutes and the glutes to the heels here to stretch out that lower back. And then we're gonna slowly come all the way up, right? And then we're gonna do that about 8 more times, just going down and up. Inhale, go down. Make sure you're really going down as far as you can, heels to glutes, and then exhale, come all the way up, right? And then inhale down. You're gonna press those shins forward. You wanna activate the tibialis anterior here. That's gonna help open up the ankle and the knee joint and come all the way up, right? Inhale. You're doing great. Just stick with me here, good. And then exhale all the way up. Let's do 4 more. Inhale down, heels to glutes. Make sure you get all the way down, find that stretch. Come all the way up. Let's do 3 more. You're doing great, stick with it. Inhale, good, and then exhale, all the way up. Good, 2 more, okay, inhale down, good. Get that stretch at the bottom, exhale up. Good, 1 more time. Inhale, stretching out the back, good, and then exhale, all the way up. Good. Check out how you feel. Good, maybe do a few hip circles for a second. Good, and make sure you're feeling okay. The next thing we wanna do with plantar fasciitis is strengthen our calves. So what we're gonna do is some heel raises. What can happen with heel raises is sometimes we can do them wrong. So we could sometimes sickle out like this, which we don't want to do, or sometimes, we'll be too far out. Mostly what happens is like this tends to happen, the sickling kind of movement. So to keep us from doing that, we're going to squeeze a ball at our ankles, and you could use a tennis ball or any kind of ball that you can find, anything that they have at like Walgreens, something your kids play with. You could use pillows, you could use a yoga block, anything that doesn't hurt your feet, and you're gonna squeeze it so you have inner thigh engagement, and so when you lift your heels, you have that evenness of your foot. You notice I'm not like winged out and onto my little toes. Now I've got equal pressure on all my toes there. And then we're gonna slowly lower down. And we're gonna do this 8 to 10 times, and you try to do it throughout the day. So try to do it like 8 times during the day. Maybe you could do it like, let's say you're washing dishes, you're at your kitchen counter, just lower and lift your heels with intention, right? If you've got your ball, you could squeeze it here. And we're doing these in parallel. You also want to think as you're lifting your heel, think of your heel coming up towards your glute, because what also can happen is we can start micro bending our knees and our back goes out like this. I'm over exaggerating to show what kind of things can go wrong. So we want to lift the heel to the glute and engage the glutes here, the side glutes, the medius and the minimus here. There's a little bit, it'll make a little dimple in your glute cheek there as we come up, and then lower down. You want to think of lifting the thighs off the kneecaps, right? So we have straight legs, right? And then lower down, right? So yep, let's exhale to lift up, so we're going to inhale, Exhale, engage your abs, lift your heels. Keep your legs as straight as you can and try to have equal pressure over all your toes. Let's do this a few more times, like 8 to 10. Good. Slowly roll down too. Feel like there's something under your heel and you've got to push it down to the floor. Then after you're done, just take a couple of bends and stretches here of your knees. Press your shins forward and make sure that your feet are feeling good, your ankles are feeling loose. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same kind of heel raise, but with our heels together, toes apart. And we don't need anything for this. You can always use your wall to balance or anything. I'm just using this dowel here for today. You could use your mop handle or anything you have, kitchen counter, right? And just make a small V with your feet. And now we're gonna lift the heels up still, but with our turnout here. And what's nice about this one is if we really squeeze our heels, we'll get our inner thighs really engaged. Again, you wanna think heel to the glute to engage the hamstrings and the glutes all the way around, right? Think of making a little smile under your glutes here. You wanna engage from where the hamstring meets the glute there. Inhale, exhale, lift your stomach, lift these hip bones up. What tends to happen is this kind of thing, right? Where our hips go back. Another thing that happens is sometimes we overarch and open up our ribs too much. So keep the ab engagement here, right? As you lift up, you're gonna try to think of the chest staying dropped down, the ribs to the waist, and the waist up to the ribs here. Let's do a few more. Inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, exhale. So you're really getting like a lot of benefit besides just strengthening your calves from these exercises. Give your feet some circles here. Good, and relax them. Then we're gonna do internal rotation here. So if you want to, you could again squeeze a ball or pillow, but then this time you're gonna bring it up a little higher here, right? And you're gonna lift the heels up and then lower down. Now we're in internal rotation. Again, be aware if you're leaning forward to lift your heels, press the head to the ceiling to lift the heels up. So you keep your body long, right? Drop the tailbone down to the floor. Keep the lower stomach lifting in and up, right? Good, you're doing great. Stick with it. I know it gets hard. Good, and then just kind of check in with your body in all these places. Lift the stomach, drop the tailbone, lift the heels to glutes, and engage those calves. Good, it's gonna make your feet feel so much better. Your hard work will pay off, I promise you. One more time, stick with it, lift the heels, and then lower down. Good, yep, again, just like give your hips a little bit of a circle, give your ankles a little bit of a circle, see how they're feeling. My knee just kind of popped open a little bit, and the joints were opening up. So we're doing great, great job. Okay, so now that we've done all those, we're gonna do single leg heel raises. So single leg heel raises feel about 10 times harder than trying to lift your heels when they're going together, okay? So you'll see on my left foot, it's very much weaker than my right foot. So that's the foot I had plantar fasciitis on. But what we're gonna do is you're gonna, use something to help you balance, definitely. Again, you wanna use your core, right? Make sure you're not arching your back, but you're keeping your hip bones lifted, right? Press the heel down, lift the thigh, okay? Inhale, and then exhale, you're gonna lift the heel, right? And then lower down, inhale, and then exhale, lift the heel. Good, and just for me, it takes a lot of concentration to keep me evenly over my toes. This is the foot that I like to just press my little toe too far into the floor. So you just be aware of what your habits are. You could attach your foot to your leg if that feels easier. You could also keep this foot on the floor and lift the back heel if it just feels really too hard, right? And only lift as far as you can keep good technique. Don't feel like you have to push up if you're gonna scrunch your toes really hard into the floor. That looks great, you're doing wonderfully. You can do it. So let's do a couple more here on the left foot. Make sure, watch out for bending the knee. I felt like I wanted to bend my knee to lift my heel, but I'm gonna try to keep the thigh engaged and keep the whole leg working. Okay, now it's really tired. So let's switch sides, good. Okay, so we're gonna inhale, exhale, we're gonna lift the heel, right? And then we're gonna lower down, inhale, exhale, lift the heel. Good, inhale, exhale, lift the heel. Good, and you could do these like waiting for your kids to get out of soccer practice. I don't know, baseball, I guess it's baseball season. But anyway, good, anywhere, you could do these anywhere. Let's do a couple more. Good, my right one's harder today. 2 more. Good, lifting up and lowering down. Good, and then one more time. Lifting up and then lowering down. Eventually you could do these without anything. You could try to just balance and do them, which are really hard, but you could be here, just try to lift your heel up and lower down, right? So I'm gonna use the wall today. There we go, something like that. Okay, just check out your hips, maybe do a few hip circles, make sure you're feeling okay. Little side stretches, you're doing great. Okay, the next thing that we wanna try to practice, just stay with me, I know it's a lot, is eversion and inversion. So eversion means like we're gonna turn the foot out a bit. And when we do that, we wanna try to use these muscles here. These are our perineals, right? So I put this band over my foot and then I put my other foot against it to create some tension here. And then when I lift my little toe up and out this way, you can see how my perineal is gonna get deeper and contract. So that's what you wanna look for. For a while, when I first started these exercises, I couldn't get that to contract. It took me a while. Good, it just was asleep for whatever reason, that muscle, and it just took a lot to wake it up. So just stick with it, you can do it. Okay, and then I like to also practice this one with my foot pointed because I find that it's weaker when I have this foot extended. So then I try to get you can see it doesn't come on quite as strong, but I just stick with it. Right? And you could also do this without the band. So don't feel like you need a band. You could, once you learn the movement, you turn the foot in a little and then try to wing it out and try to find these muscles on the outside. Good, and then what you can do is lift your knee, do a few windshield wipers here, just make sure that joint's opening up, and then you're gonna do inversion. So with this one, if you use the band, you bring the band over the foot, then you take the other foot and you pull it across this way, and then you turn the foot in this way, right? And now you're working the inside here. So this is like tibialis posterior, the flexor muscles of your big toe. Good, I'm just gonna pull it over to strengthen that. Good, let's just do like 8 to 10. Good, good. Again, pull your foot up, bend your knee, lift the toes, a little windshield wiper without letting your knee move. Try just to move from the ankle. Another place I like to rub and self-massage is right under this bone here. Just bring your thumbs in, and I find I get just a lot of tightness in here, and you can hear it crunching maybe. Good, and I'll just rub in there, a little self-massage. Okay, the last tip I have for you is to roll your feet over a ball. Any kind of ball, could be a lacrosse ball. It could be, these are nice, soft kind of Franklin method balls. You could use a tennis ball, whatever works for you. Just gonna roll right into the arch. Find any tender spots and then just really put a lot of weight into that spot, right? Make sure you get the heel. Good, and then switch feet. Good. Get right into the arch of the foot. You could, wobble back and forth. Look for those tender spots. Make sure you get the ball of the foot. Make sure you get the heel. Another great thing to do for plantar fasciitis is get a small water bottle, like one of the plastic water bottles, fill it with water, put it in the freezer, and then once it's frozen, take it out and roll it under your feet because it can give you a massage and it's ice, so it will decrease the inflammation in your foot. There you go, you're doing great, and this is like our reward for getting through all those other exercises. Good, and then, just check out your hips and back again, make sure you're feeling good. Good, maybe some little circles for your feet there. Just check out how they're feeling. Are they feeling better? Take a moment to notice how your feet feel now. Try stretching your calves again and notice how much more blissful and fluidly you can move. Notice how these simple exercises that you did for your body helped you. Feel how you can tune into the wisdom of your body. For more therapeutic techniques, check out my Perfect Your Form playlist, where we break down movements that help you find balance and ease. Remember that our feet are what connects us to the earth and our understanding of life and ourselves. I invite you to let go of fear and tension and repeat after me. I am willing to go with the flow. I am willing to change with the times. My feet are solidly attached to earth that holds me up, yet I am safe to blissfully glide across it. Thanks for watching. I'm Karen Gottlieb with Blissful Body Journey, and I'll see you in the next video.